Welcome to the RSP Rorschach test. I'm Matt Waldman with the Rookie Scouting Portfolio. The RSP Rorschach is a series that I do that features a play where the outcome may have certain elements that can allow a viewer to have a different view of what the motivation was depending on your perspective. And so I give readers the opportunity to voice their take on why the play happened the way that it did. And this play involves James Madison quarterback Vad Lee, a 6'1", 225-pound prospect, and it's against SMU. It's a play where Vad Lee throws to this slot receiver at the left hash, and he's throwing the ball under pressure after a read option fake, where he decides to keep the ball, then deliver it, and the receiver's running what looks like an intermediate out, and then when the ball's thrown, he adjusts to what looks more like a sail route or a deep corner route. And I want you to determine whether or not this play, as we watch it unfold, why this play unfolded the way it did. Let's look at a couple of possibilities. The first possibility is that the receiver ran the wrong route. Let's watch the receiver here. As he begins his break and turn, you can see that he turns, and the angle that he takes suggests that he's breaking at the 35 and going to run a straight line out towards the sideline. But then as the ball arrives, he bends that route further to the sideline and makes what amounts to is almost a diving catch over his inside shoulder for what amounts to a nice gain. Now that's one possibility, the receiver running the wrong route and then adjusting to the ball. The other possibility is that Vad Lee threw this route as a corner route. And you can see that the type of angle that he delivers this ball, it doesn't look like it was by accident. It looks like by design, because he gives the receiver a lot of room with the angle of this throw. There's a nice trajectory on this throw. If he was throwing a deep out on this play, you'd likely see a lot more velocity in a flatter ball, and it would be harder for this receiver to run under it and catch up to it if he ran that flatter break. So there's that other possibility, is that Vad Lee meant to do this all along. A third possibility is that Vad Lee adjusts this route based on the situation at hand. And there are a lot of factors that may indicate that this is the case as well. First is the pressure. You can see the pressure coming up from the inside, and a good quarterback feels that. He may not be looking straight at it, but he's going to feel that that's coming. The second is what he's reading here downfield with his receiver. He's got a cornerback running with an outside receiver, not even paying attention to the quarterback. He's got a safety at the left hash, reading the quarterback, and has his hips turned inside, biting on this receiver's fake at the stem. And he takes a couple of steps inside and turns around. Note that Lee hasn't even begun throwing the ball yet as that happens. Now, or he's begun throwing the ball, but he hasn't released it. So we're going to look at it one more time. See this turn? Lee hasn't begun the release at that point. So he may very well have read this and thought, there's going to be a lot of room over here. With the pressure that's coming, let me loft this ball rather than try and step through it, because I'm not going to have time. And it's a split-second thing. This would be a heck of a decision from Lee if he decides, I'm going to alter this throw just enough to give my receiver a chance to bend it away from a flat break and then make it more of a sail route. It's a really nice throw if he did that. And that's something that probably would have to ask, but the indications are there that it's possible he read the safety, decided to adjust the throw knowing that no one was going to be around. And look at the safety. Safety's on the ground. So maybe his attempt to try to adjust, caused him to fall. So there are those options. The fourth option, maybe it was by design all along. Maybe it was a type of play that initially breaks like an out and then bends outward like a sail route. Now, I'm not one who's that savvy on whether or not this is the type of a play. I've never seen a route that is actually broken out like this, but doesn't say that it doesn't exist. And there may very well be. There's a lot more, originality in football in terms of route types and the way people break routes with certain teams than I'm fully aware of. So it's very possible that there's a little bit of a double move going on with this type of a break. So we're going to look at the four possibilities one more time with this play, and you can comment at the bottom of this post or vote at the RSP blog what you thought it was. Did the receiver run the wrong route, break it as an out, and realize that he needed to veer outward as the ball started to arrive and he's tracking it? Was this a play where the design of the route was supposed to be a corner route all along? The trajectory suggests that possibility. Was this a play where Lee was supposed to throw the out, but because of the pressure and the location of the defender, he decides to alter the throw? And the receiver, knowing that the receiver has that room, that he can do so successfully if he places some touch on the ball while he's under pressure. Or is this pattern designed exactly the way it played out? That it's supposed to run to look like an out early after the break, and then veers outside as more of a corner route. So those are your four possibilities. Receiver runs the wrong route. Quarterback makes the adjustment. It was supposed to be a corner route all along. Or supposed to be this kind of a route where it has two kind of breaks, kind of a setup of a break, and then the actual break. So you decide. Thanks again for listening. I'm Matt Waldman with the Rookie Scouting Portfolio. You can find more RSP Rorschach tests, RSP film rooms, and RSP Boiler Room shorts at my YouTube channel, the RSP Film Room. You can find me at my blog, www.mattwaldmanrsp.com.